a distinct culture emerged across the Japanese islands. Today, historians call them the Jomon people, named after the cord-marked patterns on their pottery. This pottery is among the oldest ever discovered, predating farming societies in many other parts of the world. The Jomon were hunter-gatherers, but they were not nomadic in the way people often imagine. Japan's forests, rivers, and seas were rich enough to support long-term settlements. Jomon communities lived in pit dwellings, stored food, and remained in the same locations for generations. This stability allowed knowledge to accumulate over time. They hunted deer and wild boar, fished extensively, and gathered nuts, roots, and plants. Some of these foods were toxic if eaten raw, so the Jomon developed careful processing techniques. This required planning, memory, and teaching. Survival depended on experience passed from elders to the young. Their tools were made from stone, bone, antler, and wood. While simple in appearance, these tools were highly specialized. Fishing hooks, arrowheads, and grinding stones show a deep understanding of the environment. The Jomon worldview was shaped by nature. There is no evidence of centralized religion, but archaeological remains suggest strong spiritual beliefs. Clay figurines known as dogu appear across Japan. Their purpose is unclear, but they are widely believed to be linked to ritual practices involving fertility, protection, or healing. The Jomon period lasted for over 10,000 years. That longevity alone tells us something important. These people were not merely surviving. They had found a way to live sustainably within the limits of their land. Long before Japan became a country, it was already a place with memory, tradition, and belief. Chapter 3: Why did Japan change so suddenly? Around 900 BCE, the Japanese islands experienced a major shift caused by new arrivals from the Asian mainland. These migrants introduced technologies that transformed daily life. This period is known as the Yayoi period, named after an archaeological site in modern Tokyo. The most important change was the introduction of wet rice agriculture. Rice farming required cleared land, irrigation systems, and coordinated labor. Unlike hunting and gathering, rice cultivation tied people to specific locations. Fields had to be maintained year after year. Storage became essential. Control of land became power. With agriculture came population growth. Villages expanded, and food surplus allowed some families to accumulate more resources than others. Social differences began to appear. Archaeological evidence from Yayoi sites shows defensive ditches, weapons, and fortified settlements. Conflict increased as groups competed over fertile land and water access. The Yayoi also introduced bronze and iron tools, which improved farming efficiency and weapon production. These tools strengthened leaders who could organize labor and defend territory. Authority became more centralized, shifting away from purely